So I was helping business owners with their businesses, whether they was a startup, whether they was an entrepreneur, whether they was a seasoned business owner in the healthcare arena. So that is where I come from. And like I said, we have done 105 boot camps, and we hold them every single month, and that's what I was using YouTube for example. So like I said, 89% is usually our percentage of boot camps, for example. But we also did other services as well. So the other services that we did was we did coaching, for example. So we also did coaching with clients that wanted one-to-one, or they wanted group coaching, for example. We also did marketing as well, because I know how to market very well a business, whether they're healthcare or whether they're not, for example. So just giving you a bit of information about who I am. So we also do other services as well, which is we do, like, for example, for our coaching, it's about 5%. Then we do our higher price products, for example, 5% of our sales for the year comes from that. And that just gives you a bit of idea of who I am. And also for this year, what we've decided to do, which I was, that was my vision from last year, to take on coaches, whereby we teach the coaches how to become a coach. Or maybe you are a coach already, and maybe you want to have that support network. Well, I can teach you how to be a coach, and then you would then, be a coach, and we can also give you leads as well. So I just wanted to say that, but we do ask for a percentage of your sales. It is your business 100%, but we just ask for a percentage of the sale because we are giving you the leads, for example. Now, you can be anywhere in the world. You don't have to be in the UK. You don't have to be in the US. You can be anywhere in the world and do this. A business can be run anywhere in the world as long as who it is that you're serving, you understand the legalities, the regulations, and the compliance in that location. And that is where the training comes from as well. So I just wanted to mention that to you all so that you understand who I am and where I've come from. And if you are interested in being a coach, there will be a link here for you to book an appointment with me, and I can talk to you to see whether it's a good fit for you or whether it's a good fit for us as well. But back on to the YouTube revenue here. And I'm so excited because, like I said, I've only used YouTube for my business, like I've just explained to you. And it's been very good, don't get me wrong. Very, very good. But this year I'm looking at semi-retiring, where I'm doing 3 days a week in my business, and the other 2 days is going to be like videos, YouTube, revenue, cooking, all the things and hobbies that I like to do. I love cooking, and like I said, I really want to, because my husband's a vegetarian, I also want to try vegan cooking because it is so delicious. When I say it's delicious, whew, it is delicious. And I want to make that and let you see it so that you can also try it too, because it is healthy for you. It's going to help with your productivity. It's going to help you with, your health and your wellness and your well-being and your mindset. All of these things, it just helps. Plant-based food, for example. And it's delicious. It's not like it's not, like how it used to be in the old days. There's a lot more flavor and a lot more spices, and it's just from around the world. It's just delicious. So anyway, back to YouTube monetization, and I just wanted to share that with you, for example. So the YouTube, the revenue that you get, it really depends on the views that you get. So you've got to get 1,000 views, for example. So usually when it's YouTube, you usually get between $5 to $15 per 1,000 views, for example, in the month, for example. So it all depends on the number of views. So if you get like 4,000 views in a month, then you know to times that by your RPM, they call it, okay? But the monthly revenue, it really depends on what you're talking about in your video, so that will dictate as well. But you know, there is scaling potential for you to increase in your YouTube channel, for example. So let me know if that resonates with you. You know, how is your YouTube growing? You know, I'd love to know. So with regards to YouTube, you can grow your subscribers, you can grow your revenue, for example, but you need to like have a strategy. And like a strategy could be your video type, i.e. educational. You could do storytelling. You can promote other people's products and services, for example, and then you get a percentage, or maybe you get like an amount each month, for example. Like, for example, if I said to you, become an affiliate and sell my boot camps, then you would sell my boot camps, then you would get a percentage, for example. I'm just giving you an example here of how you can earn money. You don't just necessarily have to produce your own products. You can sell other people's products. Like, for example, there could be, if you're doing cooking, they could be, you know, where you get a deal, a sponsor deal, where they say, right, okay, talk about our saucepans and, you know, how great it's been, and cook with them so people can see what it's like, for example. I'll just grab my tea. So there's lots of ways that you can make money on YouTube. So what do you feel passionate about? Now, like I said, I did those videos yesterday and it got me to 520 views in a day. I know that doesn't seem like much, but you know, I'm trying different strategies to see what is working, for example. I also got, in that week, I also got 18 subscribers in 7 days this week, for example. So each time that you're posting these videos, hopefully it will get into the Google algorithm. You got to look at what keywords that you're using. You've got to look at what keywords are strong, and then you can use them in your title, for example. So that is one way for you to build your subscribers and your revenue, for example. Consistency is key. You can post 2 to 3 videos a week. You don't have to be like how I am. I'm posting every day and I'm doing like 5 videos a day because I need to see what the outcome of this is going to be so that I can pass this on to yourselves, for example. But when you start posting, it takes 3 months for it to get into the algorithm, for Google to know that you're reliable and that you're consistent and that you're stable and that they can rely on you for putting their ads in, for example, because they obviously are being paid to place the ads, so they need to know who you are and what type of products that you want to talk about, for example. So you can post 2 to 3 times a week. You don't have to post every day like me, videos, for example. But ideally they should be between 8 to 12 minutes long, but really try and make it as long as you possibly can, but make it valuable. So if you want to really start being picked up sooner and doing them daily, then try and make them 20 minutes long, for example. And use, they say that you can use engaging thumbnails. You know, like sometimes you'll see my thumbnails, for example, they're not that great because I'm not that wonderful at thumbnails, and I'm just a small YouTuber, for example. Okay, and think about what your titles are. So they need to be keyworded. That's going to make you stand out to YouTube, so they can make your video go viral. So what I did, for example, is, like I said, I posted all those videos yesterday when I did the live, and I got 520, just over 520 views in a day, for example. So I'm quite interested to see what it's going to be tomorrow, because you don't get the update straight away. It can be a day or two when you get the update from what you did on that day, for example, because it needs to generate and process the information, because they're dealing with, you know, millions of people, if not billions, for example. So what you need to look at is how you're going to grow your business.